get this win. Game on.
Always enlightening to listen to pregame huddle. We're live from the home of the Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. And do we have a present for you today? For Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Welcome to NBA Basketball. A look now at the starting lineups brought to you by State Farm. And guys, what do you think we'll be seeing from Kendrick Perkins in this game?
Well, he's an intimidating presence inside, Kevin. 6'10", 270, loves to use that strength. But what Perkins is mainly is a defender and a space eater. You've got to put offensive players around him. But at the defensive end of the floor, they really quarterback their team.
Quarterback is a very good word for Perkins, I think. Yeah, I like that. Also, you see some of his hard screens. When he's shaking off the cobwebs, he really jolts you. This game in Houston marks the start of a homestand for the Rockets. Very strong basketball is the recipe for them right now. 4 straight wins, looking for number 5.
Kevin, I tell you what, they've actually been terrific on their home court. They're starting another homestand right now.
Yeah, this has been their domain. Well, no question. They've made this arena a very difficult one to come into and try to win. So this game will tell us a lot about whether they're going to continue that dominance on this homestand. You know, nobody really knew how good the Rockets would be after the Atlantic, but last year was a good one for them. They were deep. They played around Luis Scola in the post. They had excellent guard play with Kyle Lowry and Goran Dragic. This was a team that was tough to beat, especially in Houston. They controlled the home floor well.
They get it back, and it's blocked by a shoot. The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
As a team in that game, they shot the ball incredibly well. That was the #1 reason they came out on top.
And it was no fluke. I mean, they were as in sync as you could hope for, really working hard and creating quality shots, and they did it time and time again.
And the Rockets would end up winning 2/3 of their home games, Steve, going 22-11. Just what you want to see from a team rebuilding, Clark. You know, as their core is being put back together, capturing whatever they can at home and then extending it from there.
Exactly. Defending home court, really important. We all know that. And a lot of changes this offseason. It'll be interesting to see how this unusual roster stacks up.
And some nice passing there by Houston. 6 on the shot clock. They get it again. Patterson. No luck.
Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss.
And that one's good.
He's a major weapon, guys. It's that simple.
Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against Dallas.
And with the success they had from behind the arc in that game, you knew they were going to be in good shape.
Yeah, especially with that kind of long-range shooting. I mean, it's difficult for a team to overcome.
Sefolosha passes to Perkins. Here's Westbrook. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Houston in the lead. Getting their second look at Oklahoma City in this one.
Yeah, that last meeting, they won the game, and remember, it was a huge day for the bench. I mean, they got some key points from their reserves.
This now to Sefolosha. And his first shot of the game, no good.
He doesn't really scare a defense at all. You've seen him miss quite a few just like those.
Here's lights out. He's covered by Westbrook. Scooped up. Here's Patterson. Drops one in from the wing. Patterson's got his first 2 points of the night.
That jump shot's like a layup for him when the defense backs off like that.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, dishes to Durant. Fires top of the key. The shot will not go. And Houston the other way. Steve talked about the contribution they got from their bench to win this matchup last time, Clark, and it was a great game for them in that regard.
Kevin, it really was. I mean, the depth they have was apparent on that day. I mean, there was no drop off. They went to their bench, and coach has to be extremely confident knowing that his reserves can handle their weight.
And here's Westbrook. Kevin Martin's 3. Westbrook. A stupendous finish in press.
And he will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense.
And the Thunder going with the whole new group out there. The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Well, you look at the numbers, 79% as a team on the season. That's very impressive.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
And again, the Rockets missed the two.
Kevin McHale, just one of the funniest people we've ever met. He has so many stories. That's why he's a good broadcaster. And I think that serves you well as a coach, too. You really need to keep the players entertained. It's such a long, grinding year. I'm sure he cracked a few jokes in the locker room.
Here's Cephalosha following the score by Houston. There's a whistle for Carlos Delfino. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Rockets, Gary Forbes comes in for Carlos Delfino. And it's Lamb in there for Tony Douglas. The Thunder also changing it up. Cole Aldrich is checked in for Collison. And Jones subbed in for Thabo Cephalosha. Here's Maynard. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
You know, the defense has to prevent the ball from getting down into that area if they're going to be successful, guys.
Daquan Cooks checked in for Oklahoma City. Rockets leading by 3. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Kevin McHale. After winning the first meeting against the Thunder, he wanted to make sure his team wasn't overly confident heading into this one. Coach told me you go up against a team who has born competitors like Westbrook and KD. If you beat them once, they'll be coming at you twice as hard next time. You need to be prepared for that. Let's see if they can hold up, guys.
Thanks. The Thunder shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%.
Well, with such a young core and showing that they can be a team that can hold their own in the tough Western Conference, it's possible we could be looking at a decade-long run here with the Thunder, where they win multiple conference championships and maybe NBA titles as well.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Rockets. Lights out. He's in at the point. Kevin Martin and Chandler Parsons at the 2 and 3. Patrick Patterson is out there with Marcus Morris. Back to Martin. Here's lights out. Hits it from three-point range. Lights out. Lights out's got his second basket of the night. That's a good thought. You certainly have to think so. The way they dominated the division and the rest of the West the past few years. Clark, what a solid young core they have to go with.
Yeah, they're fantastic, Kevin. Such a young team. They've been knocking on the door for a championship the last couple of years, and they should be a contender as long as they can keep this core together and stay healthy.
Sheik has checked in for the Rockets. Kendrick Perkins has checked in for the Thunder. Westbrook comes in for Kevin Durant.
Well, he didn't have too much space to get that shot off, but for him, he had enough.
Now the feed to a Sheik. Puts up the baby hook. Here's Patterson, and the rejection by Ibaka. The Thunder have gone 2 or 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Westbrook kicks to Cephalosha. He feeds it to Ibaka. Passes it to Cephalosha. It's stolen. That's a 2 from Martin. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Westbrook's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Cephalosha dishes to Westbrook. The shot from the low post is good. Westbrook's got 9.
I think the 2 most explosive point guards in the league right now, Kevin, are Derrick Rose and Westbrook. We just haven't seen the kind of point guards in league history with this kind of finishing ability at the rim.
Well, he does a great job absorbing contact, double clutching. If he gets a good step on you, forget about it. You can throw it down with the best of them.
A 3-pointer off the mark. Rockets trail. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Patterson. Again, the Rockets score. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west already going into Sunday. You look at Houston. Of course, there's the Thunder. 6.5 games behind them.
Right now for the Rockets, they made a lot of progress compared to where they were last year.
Yeah, and I didn't really see it coming, Mark. I don't know how many people really did. But give them credit. They've worked hard. They've established an identity as a team, and they've had some success.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Marcus Morris is checked in for Patterson. Delfino comes in for Chandler Parsons. And Tony Douglas is subbing in for Whiteside.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride, off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Carving them up inside there, Kevin. I mean, the defense has been vulnerable in there.
Yeah, that's 3 straight field goals in the paint area. That's a really good offense.
The defense caught dozing off that time.
Those open dunks, pretty high percentage.
Yeah, you're not going to miss many of those. I mean, this is really a poor defensive effort.
Well, the Sheik wasn't the biggest name on the free agent market. He was an intriguing one with the way he played for the Bulls last year. It was enough for the Rockets to re-sign him to a pretty hefty deal.
It's a nice passing by Oklahoma City. Here's Durant. Here's Collison. And at last, they get one to fall. Collison's got his first bucket of the night. Delfino kicks to Martin. And it's Martin again missing.
Well, Sheik wasn't the biggest free agent name on the market last summer, guys, but he will have a huge impact for the Rockets. One of the best defensive centers in the game. I don't think he's a 40-minute-a-night guy, but he can make a huge impact playing 20, 25 minutes, especially on the defensive end of the floor.
Another miss by Martin.
Yeah, he's struggled with his shot this quarter. He's got to find a groove somehow.
Here's Durant. The Rockets pull it in.
He's really struggling in this quarter right now. They need to think about getting the ball out of his hand.
Douglas kicks to Delfino. Latrey. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Spread with a screen for Durant. Inside. Westbrook. Here's Collison. Here's Jones. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Hits it from about 6 feet away. The Thunder with the lead. Now let's send it to Doris on the side.
Guys, the Thunder's James Harden, last year's 6th man of the year. On a lot of teams, he'd not only start, but have the starring role. But he's happy to be a younger program, guys that are around the same age, we're doing the same thing. Just love to work on basketball court. It's fun, and we're winning basketball games. That's what makes it more fun. Gentlemen,
Thanks, Doris. And this team is poised not just to win, but to win big for years to come. He dishes it to Patterson. Here's lights out. The 3 is launched, but they recover it. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got 4 points this quarter.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
Feeds it to Cephalosha. Kicks it to Maynard. Feeds him in there. Cephalosha misses.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but he really challenged him.
Hayward with the ball. He's got 5. Ibaka, the pass to Hayward. Lock at 6. Ibaka goes up and lays it.
Well, that makes 5 of their last 6 makes coming from inside.
Yeah, really focused on getting the ball into the paint because they're taking advantage of very porous defense down there.
He kicks it to Forbes. And the pass to Parsons. Pass to Patterson. Here's lights out. Lets it go with the 3.
Solid advantage in the rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps. And they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here.
Cephalosha kicks to Maynard. Fires the 3. And it's rejected. But they'll get another chance. Second chance shot. Stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. And we're through 2 here and a good one. Thunder lead by 4. 38. And coming up after the break, it'll be David Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
The fun has begun on this Saturday night, and we're ready to look back at all the first half action. Oklahoma City up on top against the Rockets in Houston. A team definitely in the mix for the playoffs, and as a matter of fact, if they win this one, they'll move into the 8th spot. A terrific start for Russell Westbrook. He's still rolling after the win against the Mavericks. He has 11 points and 3 rebounds as well. A tough matchup, but the Rockets are staying afloat. They've given up a ton of offensive rebounds, just not putting forth enough effort to clean the glass. A trying first half for Kevin Martin. The flavor for that first half, brickalicious. He'll have to improve. That's it for me here in the studio. Time to send you back out to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the start of the third quarter.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Well, Westbrook, he has 11 points and a pretty good rebounding performance from him also.
Yeah, he's been establishing terrific position, boxing out very well and battling hard for every rebound.
Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. The front line, Kevin Durant, Serge Ibaka, and Kendrick Perkins. The backcourt comprised of Russell Westbrook and Thabo Sefolosha. Shots good by Durant.
Just scary when you think about the potential of Durant and Westbrook. And last year we saw both of them score 40 points in one game together. And I think at some point it's not out of the realm of possibility that we can see them both average 30 points a game in the season.
Lights out. That 3 off the mark. The Thunder lead by 6. Outside Westbrook. Passes to Perkins. Working on a sheet. Perkins dishes to Westbrook. And that one's good. And it's an 8-point Thunder lead. You know, Steve, they both finished in the top 5 in scoring last year. Durant leading the way with 28 a game. Westbrook finishing with 23.6 a contest. Part that really is within the realm of the possibility.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if they were able to accomplish that, they'd be one of the all-time great tandems. If I had to bet on it, though, I don't think they'll do it, as there are a lot of other great players on the Thunder roster that will take up shots, but it'll be interesting to watch going forward.
Like James Harden, for instance.
Yeah, he's a really outstanding scorer and playmaker. Well, he took that defender head on and threw down the two-handed power jams.
Great power there, guys.
You gotta love his determination.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Well, he's been an 80% free throw shooter on the season. He's shot the ball with confidence from the stripe.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year. But not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about.
Patterson can't get it to go.
Well, for Russell Westbrook last year, a career high in field goal percentage and points per game. Just a devastating score, getting even better. He can score in so many different ways. Transition, he can knock down the jumper, and he's a terrific offensive rebounder.
Here's lights out. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound. And Durant with the block.
Well, that's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only one make on 5 tries so far in the second half. A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
Rockets trailed by 11. You mentioned how well Westbrook scored last season. His assists did dip quite a bit.
But that wasn't just him. That was along with the team as a whole. The Thunder near the bottom of the league in assists because they've got great individual scorers. They are able to get points without a lot of ball movement. Once they incorporate the ball movement and the sharing of the ball with those explosive scores, then I think you're going to have something special.
Let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, guys. Lights out in their last game against the Spurs made a big difference. He finished with 15 points and also hauled in a few rebounds as well. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
All right, Doris, thank you all over this stuff. And no doubt, Clark, his team very happy with his contribution as well.
Well, Kevin, you got to love the impact he can bring to a game. I mean, he's a critical, crucial part of the game. Yep, I mean,
he's such a big part of their team, and when he plays like that, I mean, it's so important for his club.
Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Kevin Martin. The Thunder also changing it up. Nick Collison's checked in for Perkins. Reggie Jackson comes in for Cephaloshin. And it's Maynard in for Russell Westbrook. And the call will be against Chandler Parsons. That is his first foul of the game. Carlos Delfino's checked in for Ashik. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Jones checked in for Serge Ibaka. Maynard the pass to Durant. And he drops it in from the low post. Durant's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, when you play against him, Kevin, the first thing you want to address is making it harder on him to go to work down low. If you let him get position inside, it's going to be a long night for you.
And on top of that, Steve, he usually saves his best for last. So many times we've seen him raise his level of play in the fourth quarter, exactly when the game's on the line.
And this is why they have the big lead. The rebounding has been dominant.
You know, guys, the +8 rebounding, I don't think it tells the whole story. I mean, they've been the more physical team from the outset. That's been the difference, their physicality. Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profile, trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
And with the Thunder, this is Scott Brooks' first coaching opportunity. There's no question he's made the most of it. He was Coach of the Year back in 2002. That team has so much stability as an organization, but also as a coaching staff and as a roster. They seem to be getting better and better every year.
Maynard gets to Durant. Yes, a nice assist for Maynard. 17 points for Kevin Durant.
Good work turning that into an easy 2-point. He can attack the rim as well as anybody.
Here's lights out. Guarded by Jackson. And it's Henderson finishing it off.
Great finish there, Kevin. Took it strong to the cup.
Yeah, aggressive two-handed jam.
And that's the kind you like, especially in traffic. You got to make sure.
And for Coach Brooks, you really have to appreciate, Steve, the way he's gotten all the players to buy into being unselfish, that defensive first mentality.
Yeah, no question. And give the general manager credit, too, for putting together a group of guys who are high character and who already have that gene in them to really want the team to do well. Led, of course, by Kevin Durant, the superstar who is also the backbone of this club, Russell Westbrook as well. But Brooks deserves a lot of credit. He's put this together and he's made it work, and really a nice situation in Oklahoma City.
He's trailed by 8. Finish to Delfino. All sorts of time. Good off the assist from Lin. Here's Maynard. Dishes it to Jackson. The feed to Maynard. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Maynard's got his second bucket the game to go. Well, some great passes have come into the league this season. Let's see which rookies are tops in assists. Take a look at lights out. One of the best passers in the NBA, always working to get his teammates involved.
I'll tell you what, some really good passers coming into the NBA this season. He's right up there among the best. I like what I've seen of him as a distributor.
Me too, Steve. I mean, he's never over anxious. He always seems to be under control when the ball's in his hands. He's frantic. He makes good decisions, and he's patient.
And the Thunder with the possession here. 44 seconds left in the third. Here's Durant. Basket good off the assist from Maynard. Maynard's got 3 assists tonight. Here's lights out. This is it to Patterson. He's against Collison. Patterson against Collison. Patterson can't get it to go.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
No good from Durant.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed him.
He feeds it to Delfino. Shoots the 3. And the shot is good. Delfino's got his second bucket of the night. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Thunder out in front. They lead by 5. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the
Start your new year with the NBA. The Philadelphia 76ers take on Dwight Howard and the Los Angeles Lakers next Tuesday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 Pacific.
Allow me to reintroduce
The
myself.
Sprite uncontainable game. Doris Burke at the report. Hi, Doris.
And Kevin, for that great stretch the Thunder put together, they get the Uncontainable Game Award. You'd have had an easier time getting into Fort Knox than scoring on them this game, as their defense has been airtight and allowed them to keep expanding this lead.
Okay, Doris, thank you. And that was quite a run, guys. That made a big impact on where we are right now.
Yeah, I think that's safe to say, Kevin. It was a major turning point. You know, they really hit on something that, in the blink of an eye, had them scoring almost at will.
Well, you got to share the credit for that kind of run. I mean, you can't just say it was all about offense. There was some stingy, stiff defense being played, too.
Lights out in a shooting guard. Anderson plays down low with the sheet. Tony Douglas out there with Martin. That's the 5 for Houston right now. On the clock. Here's lights out. Here's Patterson. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
He spoke loud on making a statement that play.
Yeah, that was brute force battling for the offensive board and taking it right back up.
It's just all about strength and energy, guys.
Durant dishes to Ibaka. And that one's good. And the Thunder lead by 5.
They're really making a point of taking it inside and scoring from close range.
Well, you have to give some of the credit, actually the blame, I should say, to the defense. They are not doing anything in the paint area.
And it's Martin penetrating. Uses the drop step. And that one's good. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Durant. Rockets time. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
That's an old-fashioned finish there, guys. Going to the finger roll to get the easy two.
I think the thing that sets Kevin Durant apart is the fact that he's about 7 feet tall, and yet he's got elite shooting guard skills. I don't know if anybody in the history of the league has had this ability to shoot with range and to create shots with his ball handle at 25 feet. Just amazing.
Here's lights out. They get it back. And it's blocked by Ibaka. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. The shot's good from Westbrook. Clark going back to Durant's height, 6'10", 11, 7 foot, whatever you want to agree. The Thunder have even started to play him at power forward in certain situations. He can bring the ball up as a point. He can play the 2 with his shooting, and he's all over the floor.
What he brings with this package of shooting, speed, scoring ability, and strength is only going to enhance all of that. Presence and as he moves forward.
First personal foul, first team foul.
Then the pass to Martin. And a nice assist from Lynn. 3 assists in the game. I think Doris Burke is up for us right now. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Stockton was discussing with his players. He said we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Westbrook. Good on the baseline, Jay. Westbrook's got 10 points in just the second half. Durant against Lamb. Here's lights out. Here's the 3. The Thunder pull it in. Durant's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. 11 feet away. He dishes it to Cephalosha. Takes a 3. The rebound by Patterson.
Clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Martin with it. Westbrook picks him up. Pulls up on the wing. And that's good for 2. That's 12 points for Martin. The Thunder leading by 6. Outside Westbrook. Back to Durant. Outside Durant. That's good. Kevin Durant. Durant's got 24 points.
Well, they haven't had to ask him to do too much, but he's doing whatever's needed out there.
Here's lights out. Kicks it to Patterson. Lynn, defended by Durant. Here's lights out. Here's a Sheik. Nice. Good job staying with it.
Nice putback. That's why you want that hard on the board to put them to the floor.
Westbrook gets to Durant. From Martin. No good from Durant.
He operates pretty well in traffic. That was a tough play to finish off.
Trailed by 6.
And now,
Outside, Lynn. And Durant sends it back. Now here is Cephalosha. To Westbrook. Good. Westbrook's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, they haven't been getting lit up from outside here. All the points they're giving up are from in close. They've got to offer more assists.
Yeah, defense has to get better. They got body up on somebody. Get physical. Force the action back out to the perimeter.
Goes up again. Shots good by OC.
Well, not only does he excel at getting those offensive rebounds, but he's really good at getting putbacks and layups off of those boards.
Here's Durant. It doesn't go either for Durant.
An unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Here's lights out. 3-pointer. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Durant had 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Westbrook.
Major courage on display right there in that situation to go reverse.
I don't think he knows you're not supposed to do that in traffic.
Don't tell him, because I want to see it again.
Plays out. It's stolen by Ibaka. Durant with it. And it's working him out. Durant attacking. Perkins pushes to Westbrook. Inside Westbrook. Shoots over Lynn. Another miss by Westbrook. Rockets trailed by 8. Down low. Westbrook with the steal. Here we go. 1-on-1. Another miss by Westbrook. The Rockets shoot 40% of the floor. 3-pointer. Martin. They grab their own miss. But Thunder leading by 8. Ibaka with the screen on Peterson. Westbrook gets to Durant. Pops it off the fadeaway.
Not much drama left in this one, guys.
No, it hasn't quite exactly been a nail-biter. I mean, it's going to be a great win for them.
Feeds to Martin. The green. That's the good.
What a half they're having from beyond the arc. It's getting ridiculous.
There's no reason they shouldn't keep protecting out there. They've got going on in a big way now.
Westbrook against Lane. Westbrook gets to Durant. There's one for 3. And then comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
And that should definitely do it. Now it's starting to get out of hand.
Yeah, they're not just running to the finish line, they're running through the finish line right here. They're piling on a bit.
Not a good look at the hoop. They've got to do a better job offensively creating some space.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night. These guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Steve Curry, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us.
That was a tough loss for you guys tonight. You kept it close, but just weren't able to get the job done. Is there anything that you think could have made a difference in the outcome?
You know, if we only could have scored like 10 more points, then we definitely would have won the game. That's the main thing I can think of that would have made the difference. Oh, and we also could have not missed any shots. Usually that's a good strategy for success. So let me sit down with Coach and go over that stuff, and, you know, we'll see if we can make it happen for the next game.